Hello guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel once again. In this video, I'll be teaching you how you can design a simple word logo with the Pixel App application, and also we'll be using the website Photopea to mock up the logo to make it look like a 3D. It is easy and it is going to be stunning. So please, I want you to listen carefully as I explain and detail each step I am taking in designing this logo. So the first thing you want to do is you want to import a shape, a round shape. So you will click on shapes. You go to the option where you can find import stickers, draw. You click on shape. So when you click on shape, you change the shape to a circle. We are making use of a circle. That is the first thing you want to do. So you can format the shape color to be in color black. So you allow the shape color to remain in color black. So the next thing you want to do is you want to put on your grid line. Your grid line. You can see the shape and the grid line are aligned together, like the shape is at the center of the document. So after importing the shape, you want to go to the layer section up here and lock the shape. So your reason for locking a particular object on your worksheet is for it not to move while you are trying to move other things, for you not to mistakenly move it away from the perfect position you have placed it. So after that, we want to use our text tool. We are using our text tool. So I am designing a logo for the abbreviation of my brand name, RAH. So I will bring it to the center of this circle by using the relative position tool. Then I will expand it RAH. So I'll go ahead and format this RAH to a preferred font. I'll be using Gotham Black. I always like this font. I'll be using Gotham Black for the purpose of this video. Then I will expand. So another thing I want to do is I want to duplicate this, copy. Now the recent one I copy, I will lock it and I will also unview it. I will lock it and I will also unview it. I will come back to using it later. So I'm still working on this one that is showing. You can see I have two RAH on my screen. One is lock and unview. So the only one I have on lock and unview is the one I want to work on now. So I will edit it. I'm using only the letter R in it, letter R. So I will make this letter R big. I will increase the font size of this letter R. I will increase it to a preferred size. Now I'll use the relative position to make sure it is centered at the middle. It is centered at the middle. Good. I'll bring it down a little bit. Okay, I want to take it up a little bit. I want to move it forward a little bit. You can see I'm using this position button to move it up, left, right, front. So I think I am cool with this. So the next thing you want to do is I want to merge this letter R and the circle shape I imported first. So for me to do that, I will go to the layer section. I will click on this. Option down here to select many objects at a time. So once I click on it, it's telling me to select the object I want. I can select them. So this time around, I'm using the merging button, which is right here. Then I can click on merge object. So I have just merged both the circle shape and the letter R. I have just merged it. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go back to this option. I will unselect it. Then I will select it. Then I will go back to this option that allows me to erase a color. So I'll click on it. I will enable it. After enabling it, automatically, once you enable the color eraser, it always remove the white color in the selected objects. But in a position whereby you don't want to remove the white color, you want to remove the black color, you will select your eyedropper here. This is the color eyedropper. You will select it. Then you will place your hand on the color you actually want to remove. You can see it is showing that if I should mark now, it will remove the black and return the white there. So you see it has just removed the black and returned the white. But for the purpose of this video, we are removing the white. We are removing the white, not the black. We are removing the white, not the black. So I have just removed the white. Then I can increase the tolerance so as much as it pleases me. So I'm moving the tolerance to the highest, which is 70. So once I have it like this, I will go ahead and give it a color. I will go ahead and give it a color. I will still make the color black again because using the color eraser tool might have reduced the color saturation, the color tone, the first color that was on it. It might have reduced it, so I just give it another color again. So okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to do some magic on this letter R and the shape I am having here. I want to give it some coloring, so I'll be using a color blue and a color red. So the first thing I want to do is I want to have it locked again. Once I have it locked, then I'll start duplicating. I will start duplicating. Duplicating means to copy. Once I copy it, I will use the relative position icon to bring it to the center by selecting the one at the center top and the one at the center down. So it center both of it. So after then, the next thing I want to do is I want to use my eraser. Please watch closely. I want to use my eraser. So this time you can see it is showing the black round shape and the white color R together. I'm increasing my brush here, my eraser brush here. So in this first duplicate, what I am removing is the black at the middle and the black below. That is what I am removing in this first duplicate. That is what I am removing. Then I'll click on the mark icon to leave it. Now I'll go ahead and give it a color. I'll give it a color. In the process of this video, I am using this color red. As you can see, it has just changed that to color red. A part of the shape I have on my screen to color red. Then I want to go back. I want to lock this one and go back to the first circle. The first circle and the R I merged. I want to go back to it and duplicate it again. Then I will center it to the page by using the button middle of the top one and middle of the bottom one to center it. Once it's centered like this, then I'll go ahead to my eraser again. This time around, I'm removing all the black except for the one in the middle and the one below. Remember, this white color, you don't need to remove it because the color remover has already removed this white part. So I only need to work on the black because the black is the only thing showing on the screen. So I'm only removing these black parts. So I just completed removing it. Then I'll go ahead and give it a color. I'll give it color blue. As you can see, now I can unview. I can remove my grid line. So this is what I have now. Then I'll go ahead and unview the first letter R and the circle shape I made from the beginning. I will unview it. The reason why I am not working on it is that I might make any mistake in this duplicate I am working on. So I can easily go back to it and duplicate again and start working on it. But once I use it from the beginning, I make a mistake. In some cases, I cannot go back to having this letter R and the circle together. I cannot go back to it again. So that is why I'm not removing it from my documents yet. So I'll lock the recent one I just gave color blue here. Then I'll go ahead and merge it together. That is the merging button over there to merge. We have been merging since we have merged earlier in this video. So I'll go ahead and merge it together. So as you can see here in the layer section. So that is the only thing I have on view. You can see it has become a single object. The letter R with the shape, with color and the circle. So now this time around, I'll go ahead and unlock the remaining text I left on the screen before. I'll unlock it. Then I'll position this in a very good place. Then now I am removing the R in this letter. The R in this letter, I am only making use of A and H. So for me to have a perfect aligned logo on my screen, I'll put back on my grid line. I'll put it back on. Then I'll go ahead and position this one. So I want to adjust my grid line for it to be perfect. I'll click on the grid line setting. I'll click on reset, the one that resets it to three horizontal grid line and 3 horizontal vertical grid line. So once I have it like this, I think this is perfect for what I want to use it for. I'll go ahead and go away from the settings. Okay, I'll go back to I'll go away from the setting. I'll put on the magnet icon so that I can center this one here, and I can center the A and H at the middle of the grid line. So the next thing I want to do again, I want to work on my A and H with this grid line. I will go to my grid line setting. Then once I activate the setting of this grid line, it allows me to move the position of my grid line. It allows me to move the position that my grid line is. So I'll put the top grid line on top of the R, the bottom grid line at the bottom of the R. So after achieving that, I want to put off the grid line setting again, and then I want to make sure the A and H is having the same height with the R in the circle. So I will drag it and make sure it is having the same height with the R in the circle. I think this is perfect. Now I want to move my A and H a little bit closer to the R in the circle. I want to move it a little bit closer. I think this is perfect. So I will go ahead and give my A and H a preferred color blue. So this is me making a simple logo using my Pixel Lab. So I want to format the background of this logo. I'm giving it a white color. So as you can see, this is a simple logo using Pixel Lab. So in this video, I'll go ahead and make this logo a 3D logo. So you can go ahead and save this logo as an image. It will be having this white background when you save it as an image. It will be having this white background when you save it as an image. So I will save as an image for reference in this video. And now, because I want to use it as a mockup on the website I mentioned earlier, I will have to save it without a background. How do I do that? Here that I am able to format the page, I will go to the transparent. I will select the transparent option to make the background transparent. And I'll go ahead and save my logo as image again. This time around, I will make sure it is on PNG. Don't put it on JPEG. If you put it on JPEG, there won't be transparency. I'll put it on PNG. Once I have it on PNG, I can click on Save to Gallery. Now I have just saved this same logo to my gallery as a PNG file. It doesn't have any background. Let me show you the same logo from my gallery. This is the same logo. You can see the two logo I just saved on my gallery, the RAH, the one with the white background and the one without any background. So now we are going ahead. We are going to use this RAH logo. We are going to use it as a mockup. We are going to make it a 3D logo. So what you want to do now is you want to open your Chrome browser. Once you open your Chrome browser, you on the new address bar, you will enter the website www.photopea.com. So once you have the website, you allow it to load. It will load something like this for you. Yes, you can actually convert it to a desktop site, but most of the time I am familiar with the mobile view like this, so I use it as it is on mobile view. But you can decide to work on it when on a desktop environment of it that allows you to view it. Let me show you what the desktop view looks. This is what the desktop view looks like. So you don't need an account, you don't need to sign, you don't need to do anything. All you just have to do is you have to click on templates. So I'll click on templates. I will allow it to load. I will allow the available templates to load out. So once I have the templates loaded here, they are still loading. They are still loading. So you can see the thumbnail of each logo mockup. So you scroll down and choose anyone that you feel like using for that logo. You go ahead and choose anyone you feel like using. So for the purpose of this video, I'll be using the 3D logo, this 3D logo mockup. Yes, 3D logo mockup on Glass One. This is the one I'll be using. So once you have it open like this, then you click on where you have the mockup code down here, photopea.com/cg down below here. You click on it, then it will open in another tab. It will open that particular project, that particular document I selected. It will open it for me in this section. Now, once it is opened like this, you can see there is actually a particular template on it, like logo mockup. This is just the default text logo on this particular mode. So I'm going to change it to my own logo, the logo I created earlier using Pixel Lab. So what do you want to do? You want to go to the layer section of Photopea. If you are familiar with Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator, this should be very easy for you to understand. So you go to the layer section of Photopea. When you go to the layer section of Photopea, then you double click. You can see the layers as they are arranged. So there is a particular layer, the first layer that says your logo here. That is where we'll be importing our logo. For you to do that, you double click on the thumbnail. There is a little thumbnail right here. On this layer, you double click on the thumbnail. So once you double click on the thumbnail, it is going to automatically open another tab inside the Photopea application. This is the website, but it has automatically opened another tab. If you check the top of my screen, you can see we have graphics, we have 3D logo, we have graphics. So anything I put here and I save it will automatically appear here on the screen. So let's go ahead and import my logo here. How do you do that? You will click on this file. When you click on file, you will see different options. You select the option that says open and place. When you click on open and place, then it takes you down to your phone gallery. Then I'll click on media picker. I don't know, it might show you different options, but make sure you're going to your phone gallery. Then you look for the particular logo that has no background, the one you have created, you want to convert to a 3D. Then you select this. Is it. It is the recent file I just exported now. Then you select it. You allow it to load. Okay, once you have it imported like this, the first thing you want to do is you want to resize your logo. You want to make it bigger and bolder. So you drag through the node. I made some corrections on how to use node. You don't drag a node at the center. You drag a node at the corner, the angle. That is where the proper place to drag a node. So I am dragging this up as much as possible. I am dragging this down as much as possible. I can actually zoom in and zoom out by pinching in two of my fingers. So I still want it to go bold. Okay, it is already going outside of the worksheet. Okay, now I will make it stay at the center by moving it and making sure it is aligned at the center of the worksheet. Okay, now it is at the center of the worksheet. I can leave it. Then I'll go to my, you can see that the former logo is still showing below this particular one I am working on. So I'll go to my layer section. Then I can on view. I can switch off the view of the former logo. Then you can go away from the layer section. You can see now it is only having my logo. So how do you save it for it to become a 3D? So you click on the file option again. Then you click on save smart objects. Save smart objects. So once you see that option that says smart object saved, then you can go back to this tab that says 3D logo. When I get there now you can see I have my logo in 3D. You can see I have my logo in 3D. RAH. I have it already in 3D. That is a simple way to make a 3D logo. So how do you save this picture to your phone? You click on file. When you click on file, you will find the option that says save. That says export. So when you click on export, you can export it as a PNG, JPEG, PDF, so on and so forth. So in this video, I'm going to be exporting as a PNG file. Like I said, PNG files are always quality, especially you can make use of it in different aspects, in different places. It doesn't lose quality easily, unlike JPEG. So here you can rename the file to whatever you like. You can rename the file this. So I will name it RAH logo. RAH logo. Then you can leave the size, the width, and the height. You can leave it as it is. Then you'll 100. After then, you can go ahead and click on save. So this allows you to save this as a PNG, an image on your phone. I'll click on download. So once the file has completely downloaded, now I can find this image on my phone, the 3D logo on my phone. I can find it inside my download. Good. So this is it inside my download. You can see. So I can go ahead and upload it on my WhatsApp or my anywhere and use it as a logo. And if it is a customer's job, I can easily submit this as a 3D logo for a customer. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in my next video. If you have any question, please kindly drop them in the comment section.